Picture this. You're setting up your phone to start filming from far away, and instead of having to run back and forth to check your framing or change the settings, you're able to do it on a remote control. That also gives you a live preview of what you're seeing and lets you preview your shot after you've filmed it. This is something that Hohem actually figured out years ago. Hohem was quietly dropping their first AI tracking gimbal back in 2021 with the Hohem iSteady V2. Well, now we're looking at the latest iteration of Hohem's AI tracking gimbal, the Hohem iSteady V3 Ultra. So in this video, I want to tell you how it's different compared to the original V3, as well as some common features and differences between this gimbal and the Insta360 Flow 2 and the DJI OM7. This video is sponsored by Hohem. Let's start by talking about the main unique feature about the Hohem iSteady V3 gimbals. This is not unique to the Ultra, but it's just something worth highlighting because it is something that I don't see on other competing gimbals, which is just wild. But it's here in the handle. So similar to other gimbals, you do get this control center here. So it gives you the joystick, it gives you buttons, it gives you settings. But what's different on the Hohem's version is that you can pull this little piece out. It's actually magnetic. And when you pull it out, you're able to now have full control of the gimbal, plus a preview of what you're shooting in your hand. And so again, this is something that I can't think of any other smartphone gimbals out there that can do this. There are some bigger gimbals that give you the ability to change your settings, preview your shot, but a lot of times they're doing it on the phone because you're putting another camera, like your compact camera or your mirrorless camera on that gimbal. So that gives you the option to use your phone as the remote control. But in this case, we're using the phone's camera, so we're not able to do that. And so it's really nice having the remote control to be able to change all of your settings without having to go back and forth between the gimbal and the camera. And when you're not using it, you can just stick it back into the handle portion of the gimbal. So again, it's not unique to the V3 Ultra, but it is unique to Hohem as a brand so far. Another upgrade worth calling out is here in this multimodal AI tracker. Now you do get this tracker with the original V3. That part is not unique and they work the same. So basically you pinch here and you can pull the tracker out, and that allows you to attach it facing forward or facing backwards. And it also has this dimmable LED light inside as well. So nice to have in general, but the thing that's been upgraded is that the AI tracking algorithm has been upgraded. So it's been trained on more scenes, and so that just means that it's able to follow you or your subject more accurately and more reliably compared to on the original V3. All right, let's test out the new upgraded AI tracker on the Hohem iSteady V3 Ultra. I'm also filming with the wireless mic by Hohem. It's actually very small, and what's nice is that the receiver is so lightweight that it just plugs into the bottom of your phone, and you can attach it to the gimbal just fine. It balances really well with that wireless mic attached. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and activate the tracker now. I do notice that it is very snappy in terms of responding to my movements, whether I'm going side to side or even up and down. It's tracking me very, very well. A lot better than the previous version. I remember the previous version just being a little bit laggier. Let's see what happens if I try to hide behind this bush, if it can find me again. Besides using gestures to select your subject, you can also use the remote control and just double tap your subject to select or drag a box around it. This is a new way to select your subject that was not available on the original V3. Another upgrade on this tracker is that, you don't have to use it with a phone app. You can use it on its own. But if you do choose to use it with a phone app, it's no longer restricted to Hohem's proprietary Hohem Joy phone app. You can use it with others as well. The final upgrade on the V3 Ultra is probably my favorite. It's the most significant in my opinion, and that is infinite 360-degree panning. So the tracking has definitely been upgraded. It does feel a lot snappier and more responsive. But my favorite new upgrade on this gimbal, I'm going to show you right now, is this. Infinite 360 panning. So I can literally walk continuous circles around this gimbal, and it's just going to keep following me until I stop. If I go in the other direction, same thing. Yeah, this is nice. Again, if I hide behind a bush, pop back out, and it keeps following me. This is something that very few gimbals out there have. The only other one I can think of, smartphone gimbal anyway, is the Insta360 Flow 2 Pro. Like that one can also do this, but it is something that the DJI OM7, which is their latest smartphone gimbal, that can't do this. When you're walking a circle, it'll actually like reach this like wall, and it won't keep tracking you until you get back into the frame. But when you have that 360 infinite pan, like you can just keep going and going and going, and the gimbal will keep tracking you. Beyond those new upgrades, this gimbal does cover all of the bases that you would expect on a smartphone gimbal like this. It has built-in 3-axis stabilization to keep your footage smooth. There's a built-in mini tripod and an extension rod for versatility. And it has a magnetic fill light with different color temperatures, as well as the ability to dim. You can also use this gimbal with both iPhones and Androids, and there is a Hohem Joy smartphone app, which you don't have to use, but if you do choose to use it, it does unlock some more features, and it gives you some templates and some shooting guides, which could be really helpful if you are brand new to shooting with a gimbal. Finally, when you're done using the gimbal, you can pack it up. It folds in half, which makes it really portable and easy to travel with. Compared to the original iSteady V3, the Ultra's upgrades are focused, but they're potentially meaningful depending on how you like to use the gimbal. If you do find that the AI tracking on the V3 is a little laggy or it's not as accurate as you'd like it to be, then upgrading to the Ultra might be worth it, because I do find that it's a lot more responsive in terms of tracking. And I really do like that Infinite 360 pan. I would say that that's definitely my favorite new feature on this gimbal. But if you are on a bit of a budget or you want to save some money, you can still get the original V3. And that does come with this multimodal AI tracker, which is detachable. It comes with this detachable remote control with the preview screen. I would say that this is definitely my favorite part about the V3 gimbal as a whole. So admittedly, the phone gimbal space is pretty saturated these days. Like, you have a lot of different options. But I would say that brands like Hohem are still managing to carve out their place in the market by offering features that are different and unique, but still meaningful. Like, I just can't stress enough how convenient it is to be able to pull the remote out like that, use it from afar, and also be able to preview my image. Like, as far as I know, the V3 is the only gimbal out there that offers this feature. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure. But I'd also love to hear what you guys think, if this is a significant enough feature to push you in the direction of the Hohem gimbal, or if there's another smartphone gimbal out there that you like to use instead, or if you just don't even use gimbals at all. Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.